All right, Nick, let's talk about the Los Angeles Chargers. This is a team that, has had a rough go of it as of late. They're 6-6, probably not where they want to be when you look at what they had on this team at the beginning of the season. Been dealing with a lot of injuries, but that's about to change a little bit. There's some good news on the horizon, and we're going to get to that story here in just a moment. But Chargers fans, this is a storied franchise. It has a lot of great players. You think of the LaDainian Tomlinsons, the Phillip Rivers, my favorite, Sean Merriman. Maybe not necessarily fan favorite because he got in a little bit of trouble, but I really liked him. Tell us, though, is there somebody that on this team you think has been looked over? Is there someone who is not in the Hall of Fame for the Chargers that should be? Let us know in the comments below. Is there somebody not in the Hall of Fame on the Chargers that you think should be? But Nick, what is the good news for the Chargers?
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head. This is a team all off season going into the season. This was a win now mode. They have their young quarterback, Justin Herbert. They did everything right. When you've got a young quarterback on the rookie deal, you surround them with high priced veteran talent and you go all in on that moment. Unfortunately for the Chargers, they've been dealt with just a rash of brutal injuries, but good news around the corner. Some of those injuries at just the right time might be coming to an end. So according to Charger Report on FanNation.com, this is a Chargers injury report. And you listen to these guys that were full participants in practice in the latest report. You obviously have some good news. You got an offensive line, Zion Johnson, Corey Linsley. Sawyer also was a full participant. But how about this one, Miles? Wide receiver Mike Williams, a full participant in practice. That is absolutely massive for a Los Angeles Chargers offense that's been dying for more wide receiver help. Obviously, Keenan Allen is back and has been doing some good things, but they're at their best when they're obviously at their healthiest. Mike Williams is a dynamic player. And frankly, we haven't seen much of Williams or Keenan Allen together at the same time. I think Dan Orlovsky had a good tweet. Allen and Williams have only played 46 snaps together this season. That's ridiculous. I'll repeat that. 46. That's a little over half a game. We're obviously 12 games into the season. That tells you how much Justin Herbert has been hamstrung by injuries. And it looks like now that it's do or die time, he's finally getting a lot of his guys back right when he needs them most. Miles, give me your thoughts on this Chargers team. Will this be just enough to push them back into the playoff position?
Well, looking at the roster here, Nick, I think maybe because I like the looks of things. You've got Williams, you got Keenan Allen, and then you have Palmer, who's really kind of turned into like a nice little player for the Chargers. I think he's having a small breakout here. Former Tennessee Volunteer. He's looking really nice. Obviously, Eckler is a great running back. They're dealing with injuries on the line. They're dealing with injuries on the defense. But I think this third receiver is just enough to make them a threat. Like you alluded to, Williams is kind of the dynamic playmaker of the group. Josh Palmer, a little bit bigger guy, can maybe go up for some more contested catches. He's 6'2", almost 210. Keenan Allen is just Mr. Reliable, same sort of size on him. But Williams is kind of the more explosive playmaker, and quite frankly, Nick, he's even a little bit bigger than the other two guys as well. Yep. He tall, can really go up and get the jump balls. So I think having all of those guys on the field for Herbert is really, really going to make a huge difference for him. And hopefully going down the stretch, this is going to pay off for them and they can try to make that playoff push that they've been looking for.
Yeah, because they need those guys because they're due for a shootout. Because the Miami Dolphins, of course, are coming to town Sunday Night Football. I believe it's in my opinion, it's the game of the week. It's going to be a great game. You got Tua versus Herbert, two young gunslingers going at it, and Tua has been, except for his injuries, has been dealing with a pretty healthy offense. Obviously, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle have been healthy and stupendous most of the year. Herbert has had the opposite luck, but now Herbert's guys are getting healthier. I think we're going to see how good Justin Herbert really is because, I'm a big fan of Tua. I really like what Tua has done this year. I think Herbert is a freak. He's next level, both in how he processes the game and his physical talent and just how he just plays and manages the game. So this is according to Andrew Russell. Since week 4, Justin Herbert has the second lowest rate of turnover-worthy plays. That's crazy for a team with the injuries they've had and all the flux around. Usually when you have injuries, offensive line, receivers, you have injuries on defense, so you give more points. Usually quarterbacks turn the ball over more. Justin Herbert has actually done it just about as good as anybody, second best in the NFL and not turning the ball over in terms of turnover-worthy plays. That tells you how good he is at managing the game as well on top of his otherworldly physical talent. I'm really excited what he does with Williams, with Allen, with Palmer, with hopefully a healthier offensive line against the Miami Dolphins this Sunday. I think it's a game to watch, and I think Herbert's going to be absolutely dynamic.